Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Lazy Cat Reactions. This is titled On the Line. Amy and Ty are at odds over Ty's risky investment in a barrel racing horse, and things get stickier when Amy starts working closely with Prince Ahmed. We know they're going to be okay, but obviously there's going to be a bit of conflict, you know. I think Ty has suspected that Ahmed has a thing for Amy. He did say the last time that he liked that she had a friend, and of course he made a point of saying friend because he trusts Amy. But obviously the fact that Ahmed is back, I don't think is going to sit well with him. So obviously things are going to be okay. Hopefully by the end of the episode they will have resolved their issues. So if you're ready, let's get started. So this must be the next day. Offer to work with Zeus.
Me and I go way back, so just let me know. Things are going to take a little more convincing than I thought.
You think?
Stay here. I'm going to go talk to Shirley.
Friend of yours? Okay. Now you have my attention.
Oh, a bird just landed on the sill.
At least there's someone at the door. Hey, how about I call you back?
Jade Hassoun. That's
Dad,
sweet.
I'm glad you're here. The TV has got to go.
Who? Say. And what do the people want? The people want hockey. You're welcome.
Canadians and their hockey.
And here's what he's offering.
It makes sense that the horse would be fast. She says he goes from like 0 to 100. He's too eager. And I'm like, well, at least he's eager. At least he's not one of those horses that just kind of waits, you know. I get it, you know, if he's that eager, it's going to be hard to control him. But I'm also thinking, this is like your first time riding him, you know. If you rode him a couple more times, you might be able to kind of get him to slow down because he'll know you. I mean, it's got to be hard for a horse when all of a sudden you have like this stranger riding you know. So, and I think that's cute that Georgie has a little admirer. I mean, it is nice that he wanted to give her a little gift to thank her for, you know, sticking up for him on the bus. And I'm thinking, I could actually see Georgie being the bully and not these other kids, you know, with her attitude and anger management. Although it definitely has improved, of course, since she has come to Heartland. You know, now, of course, that she has a family. And it's interesting how she still calls Lou and Peter, you know, when they adopted her and are now her mom and dad. I mean, maybe eventually she would move on to mom and dad, or maybe she will just continue to call them Lou and Peter. But it's like, well, they are your mom and dad now. So maybe that would eventually come when she feels more at home. Well, if it thought wasn't in Ty's head before, it is now. Not until you tell me what's going on. And like, uh-oh. I love how she put that that stick in front of him to stop him. Like, you might want to be careful, Caleb. And, you know, Ahmed was saying something about, you know, that I think is true. You know, I think human beings tend to have like this fantasy of wanting to be royal and everything, but the bottom line is, when you are royal, it probably does suck, and a lot of times people, they probably do want time away from it, you know. because like he was saying, being waited on hand and foot, you know, someone not standing up to him. Like, he liked that Amy was not afraid of him and was saying, you know, things like to cowboy up. Or like in the episode previous when she basically said that he was like a spoiled brat or something. You know, he did like that. He did appreciate that. He wants someone to actually speak their mind. You know, he wants to be able to do things for himself and not always be waited on hand and foot. And I think that's true probably with any royalty. I'm sure the royals in England are probably like that. They probably get sick of always being catered to and never having alone time and stuff like that. You know, I'm sure that there is times that they just want to like sneak away and everything. And you know, so Ahmed made a valid point with that. So, you know, going riding out there with Amy was a bit of a change for him, something that, yeah, he's out of his element, but it's something that he can learn. Although I'm surprised that he was able to kind of drive there on his own, you know, and not have any one of his staff with him. Yeah, Lou, you are trying hard to keep it running. Well, guess what? He's made a change.
Not without you. Look, I know what Ty did was wrong, but maybe we can make it right together.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Work with Caleb.
He needs you.
I get Amy's point, but I can see it from Ty's point of view. And I'm glad that Lou mentioned that about the professional admiration to kind of get the bug in her ear, because I think Ty sees it too. And it's like, yeah, there is more there to it. Because if it was more professional, obviously he wouldn't do that. You know, like someone had said, you know, a prince, or what Caleb had said to Ty about, you know, a prince giving your fiance gifts and stuff. And it's like, you know, maybe in his culture they do give a gift of appreciation when something happens. I can see that, you know, and as he said, it's bad form to turn a gift down from a prince. So yeah, I see that, especially if that's his culture. And sometimes a gift is just a gift. It's just a token of appreciation for doing something. But Amy, I think, has always been a little obtuse when it comes to guys. You know? And I think but I also think maybe she's obtuse on purpose and thinks to herself, well, you know, this isn't going to happen, or this guy can't be interested in me, or something like that. So I think she's obtuse, but then I also think it's obtuse on purpose, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And it may not. Sorry about that. Perfect song for the ending of this episode. So it looks like the last episode of the season, Amy's going to end up riding the horse. So I think it's going to end up working out well, hopefully. But, you know, Ty asks where to go from here, and she says, well, we'll just kind of, you know, take it day by day. And I'm like, you guys will be fine. You know, it's like, he didn't keep it from you on purpose. You know, sometimes I think, at least on TV shows, they get too upset about stupid stuff. You know, it's like, should Ty have kept it a secret? No, he should have told her. They are going to be married. They need to discuss stuff like that. But he wanted to do it for a good reason. You know, to have the money for the down payment on the house. I mean, if it had worked out in the beginning and he'd given her the money, she would have asked anyways where he'd gotten it. Then would he have told her? Would he have said, oh, we blah, blah, blah? You know, she wouldn't have been happy about that because even with that, it would have been going behind her back. So I do get her being upset. But also it's like, it wasn't like he was doing it to really deceive you. It was, you know, to help build a future. So obviously that will be alright. I like how, you know, he asked about the job and she said, you let me worry about that, which tells me that maybe she's gonna possibly turn Ahmed down. But I like how Caleb kind of talked to her about it. You know, I think he kind of made her see the light. And, you know, Amy said to Lou, I always say the wrong thing. And I'm like, yeah, you kind of do. You know? And that's the one thing I've complained about with those two is communication. They never communicate like they should. So, you know, and obviously with them going to be married, they need to work a little more on that. And then Lou with the diner, you know, again, Lou is so high-strung. She didn't like the idea, I think, because it was taking some of the glory off of her. Hi, Bickums. Because she wants to be the successful one. And I think a part of her hated the fact that Tim had these good ideas and that Tim was successful in this idea of adding the TV and the ATM. Had she thought of it, it would have been different. So I think that that was a part of it, that she didn't like he was the one that came up with it. And I know she said she wanted it as like a family restaurant, and that's fine. But, you know, like Nicole showed her, food and drink sales up 22%. And it's like, you know, you could have some game nights, some hockey nights, you know, add events to Maggie's. You want to have the family style atmosphere, that's fine. Have that during the day. But then, you know, if there is a hockey game on at night, maybe have certain nights when the place is open later, specifically for hockey night. And then have certain, you know, certain maybe food items available during hockey games only, like the chicken wings or beer or whatever. And some people will show up and some people won't. But you could kind of have the family atmosphere during the day as well. And if you have the TV there, if you want the family atmosphere, you could always have something else on that isn't the hockey game. You could have the news on, you could have the weather, you could have something for kids, you know. So Tim had a really good idea there. And I hope she brings the ATM back, because it's like, you know, someone might want to use the ATM to purchase something or to take cash out in order to pay for their meal. Not everyone wants to use plastic all the time. So hopefully she will put that ATM back in as well. You know, because she said she took the TV down and then she put it back up. But I think a part of it with Lou is that she was upset about the fact that she didn't come up with that idea. And, you know, I like that she said to Tim that he can offer ideas and she'll listen, although we'll see if she actually does. But anyways, I've got one episode left of season 7, so I'm going to go ahead and start it here in a few minutes. Thank you so much for joining me for this reaction. Let me know your thoughts in the comments regarding anything that happened. You know, I'd love to be able to talk to you guys. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content, and hit the notification bell to be alerted of future reacts for Heartland. And feel free to check out some of my other videos if that is your forte. Got a whole lot more coming down the pipeline. At the time of this recording, it is late summer, but you probably won't see this until probably next year in 2023. So it'll be interesting to see when this actually goes up. So in case you're wondering like why I'm wearing summer clothes if this is airing in like February or March, that would be the reason why, because this was filmed way early. But anyways, I appreciate you for checking out this video. Thank you so much for watching it. If you are in need of an editor, please click on the link in the description for my editor, Captain Factory, and check her out. She is brilliant, and a special shout out to her for all of her hard work on making these videos how you see them. I could not do it without her. She is a gem. So click on the link to check her out, and I'll see you next time.